Meine Damen und Herren, herzlich willkommen zur Pressekonferenz der Preisträger der 66. Internationalen Filmfestspiele zu Berlin. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to this press conference for the award winners of the 66 International Film Festivals. And wir fangen an mit den Preisen der internationalen Kurzfilmjury. International Short Film Jury. And please have a welcome winner of the Audio Short Film Award, der Sieger des Audio Short Film Awards, Liang aus Taiwan für sein Jinchi Cha Mao. Cheng Wei-Lang, congratulations to this award. Can you tell us a bit about the meaning of the title of your movie?
Sorry, I think, okay, all right. Yeah. Okay, 禁止下毛, it actually means encourage, prohibited in English. It is a huge signboard that you will see along the coastline of Taiwan. Some would be, you know, some of them, these boards to indicate that there are pipes crossing underneath and you can't land here. You can't you know, let your ship, you know, anchor here. So that means, it means encourage, prohibited, and well, there's also there's a slight, maybe double meaning in a sense for these young migrant workers. They are not able to, you know, settle down and put their roots here in Taiwan or in the host countries where they are working at.
Mm-hmm. Can you tell us about your experience during the festival with your film?
Right. I think there is it's a huge experience, immense experience for us, because this is the first time I've been here. The festival has taken care of us very well, and we are, you know, we are presented in a very, you know, great program with alongside many short films from the around the world. So, well, one thing that I may have a little bit of you know, worry about is that because some of our dialogue between the couple is actually unsubtitled. So we were quite a little bit afraid whether the audience would get the intention behind this deliberate approach. So other than that, I think it's fine. We have a very warm reception from the crowd. So yeah.
Mm-hmm. Are there any questions to our guests? Feel free, raise your arms, the microphone will be around. Wenn irgendwelche Fragen an unseren Gast sind, einfach den Arm heben. Ja, bitte. Wait for the microphone, please. There's a question with man with a hand.
Okay.
Hello, I'm Haris Sigit, African Refugee News. I saw your short a long time ago, and you could make also a film out of it. Did you ever think about it? Because there were so many issues in this film, especially the couple when they talk together. Even if you don't understand the language, you understand the movement of their feelings.
Yes, sir. We decided not to subtitle the language first and foremost. It is because for most of us, our default setting is not take an active interest in these new members of our society. So many of us are preoccupied with you know, ourselves and our immediate surroundings. It's harder to you know, take an active interest in these new members. So the decision to make it unsubtitled is because you know, it's to place you in a position where you actually wonder about what they are saying. And if any members of the audience are able to hold on to that feeling and let it translate over to their lives, maybe this would help them, or maybe help migrant workers or refugees right now. Maybe they will receive more understanding from other members of the society, I think. Yeah.
Okay, and this question on the right side, please.
Hello, I'm Anne-Christine, I'm from Canada. There are refugees coming to Thailand, but there are also migrant workers going to Israel, going to Saudi Arabia, and dying there too. What is the kind of discussion that's going on right now in Thailand about influx and outflux of people?
Okay, well, actually it's Taiwan. It's okay. This is a prevalent issue because migrant workers, they come from all parts of Southeast Asia, and they work in different host countries, maybe in Thailand, maybe as far as, like you said, Saudi Arabia. Wherever there's a need for cheap labor, they are there. And right now, for example, in this film, we tackle pregnancy. Migrant workers, they are pregnant, they have a child, what do we do with it? So legislation right now in Taiwan, well, pregnancy, they are no longer going to deport you back to your host country, where you come from. There is legislation changed so that they can stay if they get pregnant. But social stigma still exists because who's going to pay for them? For example, to keep the baby. Who's going to pay for them when they abort it? Who's going to take care of what happens after they have the baby? Employers are not going to do that. So I think you can change a bit of what the law, the legislation say, but there's a need for supporting measures to help look at some of their rights and some of their benefits. So I think right now I saw in the news that this is what is ongoing in Europe as well. So I think hopefully this film can raise more discussion about the benefits of these people in their new host countries, so to speak.
We share the hope, and we share the hope that this prize will also help to promote this movie. Thanks for being here. Congratulations to the Audio Short Film Award. Chiang Wei-Yang from Taiwan. The Silver Bear of the Jury, der silberne Bär in der von der Shortfilmregie geht an den Film A Man Returned von Mahdi Fleifel. Herzlich willkommen.
Fleifel. Very warm welcome.
Great Britain, Denmark and Netherlands. Großbritannien, Dänemark und Niederlande. Mahdi, A Man Returned is not only the title of your short film, it's also getting on with you, because it's your third time here in Berlin. And can you give us a bit, how was the week this time?
It's actually my fourth.
Your fourth? Oh, sorry.
But no, it was great. It's always great to be back in Berlin. And yeah, for me, what's important about this festival is that I actually get a chance to meet an audience, and there's a fantastic audience here. So, and you know, winning a prize is good too, but it's really about the audience.
Please tell us a bit about more. Have you contacted your main actor now? Have you told him that you want a prize? Is there something going on? I guess
yes,
so.
Absolutely. I told him to go on the website and follow this live, and he's really excited. And yeah, I'm yet to hear what he made of it. I sent him a kiss in Arabic on stage, so I hope he got it.
So if there are any prizes for, questions for our guest, please, he has a prize, sorry. Wenn da Fragen sind, if there are any questions, please raise your arm. There's short time, so feel free to ask. So maybe in between we can give us, oh, there's a question, please.
Hello, I'm Christine, I'm from Canada. There are three filmmakers who have received prizes, and the subject of their films are refugees. In your country, what is the general feeling about what's going on with refugees? Is there a discussion, but really about what needs to be done so that the influx of refugees eventually stops, because people in Europe are very, very, very concerned that we will not be able to absorb 1 million people every year.
You want me to get into politics? I'm just a storyteller. I'm not really into that. I just, you know, yeah, I don't really want to get into that. What, my country, as in where? Like I live in Amsterdam, or I grew up in Denmark, or which country?
Okay. The country of your parents, let's put it this way. Yeah. Sorry. Okay. Yes, you're right. Absolutely right.
I don't know.
Yes.
I just think that, you know, what do I think about this? I really don't know what to say. You know, they're human beings. You know, we're all breathing the same air. I really don't get it. Like, I came to Europe in the 80s due to circumstances, and it was a different world then. And you know, but why should it be so difficult today? I don't get it. I don't, you know. And there's a reason why these people are fleeing. Birds migrate when the seasons change, and so should human beings be allowed to do that? I don't see. I'm just all up for no borders, no borders.
Yeah, great work. So, what's coming up next? Are you going back to him, working with him again? Is there something planned, or is there anything else? Nothing.
I'm working on a project now that I hope to complete in a couple of years, and we hope to be back in Berlin. It's a long film.
Okay, so we're looking forward. It's great to have you here. Congratulations for your prize, and thank you, Mahdi, that you've been here in Berlin on the Short Film Festival.
Thanks. Good night.
And the Golden Bear for the best short film, der Goldene Bär für den besten Kurzfilm geht an Leonor Teles for Balada de Batracao. She will say it better. Here she is. You're welcome. Leonor, congratulations.
Thank you so much.
And first question, maybe, are there any frog figures left in Berlin now?
No.
No.
I don't think so.
Your film was so wonderful, powerful, so energetic. Please tell us a bit about it. How was it making it with your team and also presenting it here at the Berlinale?
Presenting here at Berlinale, it was really amazing. It was because we never thought that could happen. And about the film, yes, it is really energetic because we want to do a thing that would be very entertaining and funny for the people who watch it, because this is a very interesting topic, I guess, and it would be important to make a story that would be very funny and had rhythm and to be enjoyed to see it.
Do you experience there's a hunger in the audience to see enjoyable and powerful, funny movies?
Yeah, I think so. I think that's important as well.
Yeah. Your question, please.
Leonor, parabéns.
Obrigado.
We had a strong and big Portuguese selection this year in Berlin. I would like you to tell a few words about the importance of this prize to the Portuguese cinema.
I think that it is really important because Portuguese cinema has some difficulties in funding as well and to make productions. So I think when we get an award like this, that's a reinforcement to the productions and to be able to produce more and better films in Portugal.
Any more questions? So I guess then it's time for party.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank
you.
you.
Thank you very much for being
so
here,
much.
Leonor, and congratulations for the golden.
Thank you so much. Obrigado.
Nächster Preis, der Preis für den besten Erstlingsfilm, dotiert mit 50.000 € gestiftet von der GWF.
By the GWF, Society for the Administration of Film and TV Rights.
By the GWF goes to Inhebek Hedi. And please have a welcome for the director, Mohamed Ben Attia, den Regisseur, Mohamed Ben Attia, und die Produzentin, the producer, Dora, Bouchoucha, Fourati.
French.
Okay.
Mohamed, die erste Frage mit seinem Erstlingsfilm auf der
Berlinale. This is the first feature award to be at the Berlin Film Festival. With your first feature, how did you experience this week? And you've now received this award. How was your week in Berlin?
C'était très intense.
Well, it was really intense. It's not only the entire week, it was all the last weeks, because we had just finished the film. So selection, we had to deal with this and to understand this, and then, well, it's really a gift for us.
Dora, als ihr den Film zusammen angegangen seid, dieses Projekt, können Sie uns vielleicht auch erzählen, wie das, was so die spezielle Herausforderung
what the specific challenge was, Dora, by hindsight at the end of the film festival. What can you say about the story? How did you start? What was the big challenge and what you're pleased most about right now? Well, the greatest challenge or difficulty for us was to do the film about a topic that was not en vogue. It was rather an issue which is really very topical, of course. Everything that is happening in the region where we live, especially in Tunisia. It started with the Arab Spring, as everybody calls it. So this was the idea. It was difficult for us, the fundraisers, to really to start doing it. But paradoxically, in the Arab-speaking countries, the funding that we received, it was easier to get the funding in the Arab-speaking country than in Europe, apart from the co-producer, of course, the Danis brothers. They immediately accepted. But, well, for 3 years I was president in the organization. The film was rejected because it was a script of high quality, true. But people thought, well, the issue might not be easy. Regarding television in Europe, the situation was exactly the same. And today we received the 2 awards, and we're really very, very happy, all the more happy now to have received this award, since this is a very specific subject that we treat in the film, and we've been in the competition at the Berlin Film Festival, and now we have received these awards. It's like being on a cloud, really. Your questions, please.
First of all, congratulations. And the question is, do you think this is the new spring for Tunisian cinema that will encourage a lot of other young directors and scriptwriters and producers to come forward?
J'espère, franchement.
I hope so. I really do. I don't think it is naive to think that things can move, because things are already moving, have been moving for some years now. And it is, there are really so many young people involved who talk about their personal stories, but through these personal stories there's always a context to be found. And there is an awareness, in any case I hope that there is. And I don't want to be presumptuous here, but I hope that this will be opening doors for the future as well. And yes, I hope that we make people interested in it. Yes, indeed. In Tunisia, during the past 2 decades, there was a closed situation, but now there's a new situation. There's one film, Les Frontières du Ciel, by a Tunisian, and it was very successful in Tunisia. Maybe numbers seem not too high in Europe, but it was very successful in Tunisia. And then there was another film selected for Venice. It is being screened in France. So there is kind of a comeback, a new situation, and I personally am very optimistic regarding Tunisian cinema, but not only Tunisian cinema, but the entire cinema of the entire region. Your question, please.
In the past 11 days, we've watched a lot of films about despair, disbelief, fear. Your film is a film about love. I would like you to tell a few words about the importance of showing love in the big screen like you did in your beautiful film.
Merci beaucoup. Oui,
Thank you very much.
Compte beaucoup pour moi. Ça,
yes, love is very important for me, without any doubt. And one of the challenges was to tell a love story. Because at a certain moment in time, we thought, well, after the revolution, it's not easy. We've really made headway with regard to the freedom of expression and many other things. There were many taboos, and there was a certain lack of love and tenderness, and also tenderness within the couple. And we wanted to tell this story, which might seem to be naive, but I really wanted to tell a story of love, a love story. This is for sure. And the last question over there.
Bonsoir, félicitations.
Congratulations, and Christine is my name.
The film
by Michael Moore, I don't know whether you've seen it, Where to Invade Next. It takes place in a Muslim place in Tunisia. It's about abortion and the right of abortion that has existed for 15 years. And given this situation, emancipation was possible. And this is a very important tool for the revolution in Tunisia. Now, in your film, this female character really lives what she wants to live, and she leads Hedi to liberate himself from this prison he's in. So in one way or another, emancipation of women leads to emancipation of men as well. Is this your observation as well? Your idea? Yes, I suppose so. And well, I think well, abortion has been possible in Tunisia, well, since earlier than in France and in the UK in any case. After the independence at the beginning of the 1960s. And it's true, the emancipation of Hedi goes through this freedom. And this is something important because I wanted to change roles. I wanted to see someone who can be fragile and a bit closed up, and then there's a woman helping him to take a different perspective. And he's hesitant at the beginning, he's got his ideas, and it is true, we had this idea, this approach to be shown in the film. It's also true that most of the films, in any case in Tunisia and in the Arab-speaking world, focus on problems of women. Women are victims, which is not the case. It's true that this is the case, but this is about the question of men as well, or human beings, Tunisian people, Arab people. I've known Mohamed for a long time, and most of the short films that we've done together, that I have produced, talk about the difficulties, the problems of young Tunisians when they are 25, 27, 30 years old approximately.
The best First Feature Award goes to Inebek Habi, bester Preis für den Erstlingsfilm. Toll, dass ihr da seid. Herzlichen Glückwunsch. Congratulations. Thanks for being here and good luck with the movie.
Thanks for being here and good luck with the movie.
International Jury, die Preise der internationalen Jury. Der Silberne Bär für herausragende künstlerische Leistung aus den Kategorien Kameraschnitt, Musik, Kostüm oder Setdesign. Der Silver Bear for an outstanding artistic contribution in the categories Camera, Editing, Music Score, Costumes or Set Design goes to die Kamera von Mark Li Pingbing. Mark Li Pingbing for the Chinese contribution in competition Chiang 2.
Chinese. Maybe I try.
You want to try it in English? Okay. So he wants to try it in English. Let's try it in English. Mark Li Pimbing, you just arrived today. You were on another shoot. How are you? How are you feeling?
I finished the shooting in this morning 3 in Nice, French Nice. So I just come in. I'm very happy I'm here. Very happy.
Yes, we were really happy to have you here as well, because on the press conference this week you can't be here. Now we have you here. When everybody was talking about your fine camera work on Cross Current, can you tell us about this work, this long process, this travel on the Yangtze?
Yeah, the more difficult part is the film shooting in the winter time. It's just after Christmas then we start shooting. It's very cold, and we live in the boat 2 months, around more than 2 months. It's very difficult every day, very cold, and very bumpy, make you dizzy. So maybe the dizzy helped me to make the film nice.
So you're actually from Taiwan?
Yeah. And I born in Taiwan, growing up in Taiwan, studying in Taiwan.
So what meaning has the Yangtze for you?
Sorry?
What meaning has the Yangtze River for you?
Because Taiwan, we're Chinese too. So when we're young, the study everything about China. So the Yangtze River in my mind, like the mother river in the country. So before I go shooting, I really nervous about what I can do, what I can catch the good moment, because when the shooting time in the river, only one way, you cannot back to retake. Of course, sometimes okay, but another usually you can retake. So only keep going. Yeah. So and the day, every day the weather changes a lot, snowy, sunny, foggy, something. So you need happy every day.
Okay.
Everything you need happy. Otherwise, what you can choose, what you can do.
Yeah. Like the weather on the Berlinale, and you always can be happy with that. Is there any questions for our guest, please? Yes, there's one question.
I'm very glad you had the time to come here, because when I saw this film, I asked the director about the photography, about these huge mountains, about this huge dam. Can you tell us how difficult it was to take this part of the dam when, let's say, the damper was going inside? Because it was so huge and the boat seemed so small.
Yeah, it's the boat is very small, and the operated place is very dark. So outside is sky, water is very bright. So that's why even the movie we not have a good budget, but I talked to the director. It's better way we use 35, use the film, because we can keep more dense, more detail in the dark side and the bright, very bright side. Of course, something secret I cannot talk to you all say, but for me, I not use a lot of lighting. I use very small lighting. Because even I have big lighting in the boat, it didn't work. So that means I need to catch the good moment. Mm-hmm. So it's I need to put attention to every day. Okay, now we're shooting. So we need to choose the good moment and need it fast. So
and you did quite pretty well. Thanks for being here and presenting your hilarious, your wonderful cover work in Cross Current, in competition. Thanks for being here, Mark Li Pimbing. Great to have you in Berlin.
I'm very lucky, guys. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, everyone.
Der silberne Bär für das beste
silver
Drehbuch.
bear
Silver
for
Bear
best
for the
script.
best script. Please have a welcome the team, and for the beginning, the team of United States of Love. Please come to stage.
Thank you so much.
So the silver bear for the best script goes to Tomasz Wasilewski, United States of Love. Hopefully you can help me with the Polish title.
Zjednoczone Stany Miłości.
That sounds better.
But you can try. I think you can try say it in Polish.
Okay, try.
Zjednoczone Stany Miłości.
Miłości.
Now all together.
Okay. The first was
Zjednoczone
Stany Miłości.
Stany Miłości.
Zjednoczone Stany Miłości. Sorry. Next, I promise.
Come on, I got a word for the script. I am a man of words.
Yes, but not of talking. I am. He is right. Perfect. Yesterday, you've been in competition.
Yes.
Now you're here with the silver bear. That must be a dream, huh?
I love this little guy. You know, it's very exciting, and you know, for all my crew, my beautiful, amazing crew. Yesterday it was one of the best evenings of our life. We could come to Berlin and present the film in a competition here in Berlin, one of the most important festivals, not only for audience, not only for you guys, journalists, but also for us filmmakers, especially for us filmmakers. And receiving this award, it means so much to me, but also to my crew, you know, because we have a feeling that we did something that matters, you know, and it's important. So we're very happy.
Great. Your question, please.
Hi, Lisa Streifel from the Huffington Post Arts. Congratulations. I was at the Polish Film Festival in Berlin last year, and there was almost like a cry from one of the officials, "Berlin, recognize us." So now Berlin is recognizing you. You got Best Director last year, Best Screenplay this year. Tell us what it means. What's it going to mean when you go back to Poland with this prize for Polish film and Polish culture in general?
You know, I hope, this is what I said yesterday at the press conference, that, you know, like, I hope eyes of the world, eyes of the film industry, eyes of the journalists and eyes of the audience, viewers, are gonna turn to Poland, because we have amazing, amazing filmmakers, and we have such talented directors, and we make very good movies, and hopefully this is the time, this is the Polish time. Please write this tomorrow in your papers, that this is the Polish time now, and you should watch Polish movies.
Question in the back, please. Yes.
Maciej Kwarski, Polish Radio. I would like to ask you.
Yes.
I would like to ask in Polish. Sorry. Pytanie z gatunku: czy lepsze Boże Narodzenie, czy Wielkanoc? Jest pan reżyserem, ale również autorem scenariusza. Zaskoczony pan jest, że za scenariusz, a nie za reżyserię.
You are a director and a scriptwriter. Are you surprised that you haven't got it as a director?
Prawda jest taka, że nigdy nie
above all, happy. The truth is that I've never thought of myself as a screenwriter. Maybe I should also see myself as such.
I write
scripts.
Yes. Sorry, I thought you had a translation. I'm sorry. You know, like, I never consider myself as a scriptwriter, and maybe it's about time to start to, because I write scripts to make films. I directed 3 films already, and all 3 were based on my screenplays. So actually, I write to work, but maybe it's about time and to start thinking about it. As maybe I will start from today. But you know, like, this award for script, it's amazing. You know, because. You know, everything starts on the paper. Mm-hmm. No, go back. It starts here, in my case. And writing is one of the most most fascinating and most joyful process of filmmaking for me.
Okay.
So I'm very happy.
And that's quite the right price, huh? And there's a question, the last question, please.
First of all, I would like to thank for this unusual script, because it gives birth to fantastic 4 portraits of women in 19s. And my question is, where did you get the inspiration for creating this?
You know, like, as an adult person, I might not look so. But like, as a grown guy, I start thinking about my parents, about their life and the choices they had to take in their life. Because in 1990, they were about my age. And when I started talking to them, I was 9 by then. And when I started talking to them about that time, about communism, which they grew up with, I understood they had totally different choices that I have as a free man. So I wanted to make the universal story about human beings. I chose to talk about those beautiful ladies. And try to think how hard their life had to be, you know. And this is like a huge honor for me that I could go back that time and remember that time, because today I had the whole day of interviews, and you know, like, I was 9 when the communism collapsed. And today I realized, when I started talking about the film, that I already forgot what Poland and Eastern Europe gone through. And we cannot forget about it. And when I was making this film, I came back to those times, which are not present anymore, you know, communism, but there are still countries that their communism is everyday life, and for us it's very easy to forget. So I will try not forget.
But looking back is also looking forward, and we are looking forward for many more brilliant scripts from you. Great to have you here. Great to have you on the Berlinale, and thanks for Tomasz.
Thank you for having me.
Best script, silver there.
Der silberne Bär für den besten Darsteller. Silver Bear for the best actor. Please welcome Mastura for Inebek Hedi.
Okay. Tomasz, Silver Bear for the best actor. We heard wonderful things from your director and your producer. Can you tell us about your feelings now?
I'm actually thrilled. This is very unexpected. I did not expect it. I'm very happy. All the team is very happy with this. Well, I would have never imagined such a thing when we started working on the movie. And I guess life is really funny because a year ago from now, I wasn't sure about what to do exactly with my life. Continue playing in movies, continue with my really boring computer science studies, or I wasn't really sure. And now finding myself here, it's really amazing. I mean, life could be funny and could be so fun also.
And life could be bring the right decisions, huh?
Yes.
Yes. Your question, please.
Hello.
Hello.
And congratulations.
Thank you very much.
When we talked, you didn't believe when I told you you will win.
Yes.
And you said, no, this is the first time. But the acting was so perfect. I just want to know how much of your acting was helped by your director, because this was a teamwork.
Yes.
This was really a teamwork because you didn't speak too much, but there was a lot of acting.
Mm-hmm. Well, I believe cinema is necessarily a teamwork. I don't think it's an individual work. I think I owe a lot to Mohamed and Attia. In the beginning of the movie, I remember I didn't really know what was I doing. This is my second movie, so I remember not knowing exactly what was I doing, and with a lot of work and a lot of generosity he was so generous with me and with all the actors, and I think with work and with the passion, I think the magic thing in this experience was passion and love of cinema, love of what we're doing, and love of Hedi, and of the characters we were playing.
Mm-hmm. Questions anymore? Yes, please. Wait for the microphone.
My name is Andreas from Berlin. I wanted to ask you whether you would have liked to play in a film with a happy end, or do you consider this to be a happy end, or did you like to play it more like you did with this kind of story?
I think I prefer and I like the movie as it is. I don't think it's really important for me to play a movie with a happy end or not. That's not the most important. The most important, I think, I think the depth of what I live during the shooting of the movie, and also the reaction of people when they see it. And I think the end of the movie, as it is, an open end, I think I like it.
Mm-hmm. Yes, in the back. Last question, please.
Ja, Volker, Berlin. Herzlichen Dank. Ist Ihnen eigentlich bewusst, wie viel Sie für Ihr Land
Are you aware of how much you've done for your country, the country where Arab Spring started? Because thanks to this award, more people will see the film and say, great actors and actresses, a great country, I will go there. Because unfortunately, figures in terms of tourism are decreasing regarding your country, but those who see the beauty of your country might say, I will go there for holidays. So for me, you are a hero of your country.
Well, I don't think I'm a hero now, not at all. I just try to be an actor, and I think it's a quite good start for me, for my ambition to become an actor. I'm really happy to hear this from you, and I hope it is. I hope it's real, and I would like to say to the whole world that come to Tunisia. We are watch our movie. We are a people that like life, love life. We love how to say this. We are very welcoming people, so please come to us. Please, when you come, you will support the Tunisian people in its struggle for its freedom. When you come to Tunisia, you will be combating terrorism with us, and that will be it. Thank you very much.
And we are really happy that you brought Tunisia to Berlin. Thanks for being here.
I am so happy to. Yes, and one last thing, I would like to offer this this prize to my family and to all the Tunisian people, especially the youth that are still there, struggling for a better future for Tunisia, and shall the revolution continue. Tahya Thawra.
And please go on acting. Silberner Bär für die beste Darstellerin. Silver Bär for Best Actress goes to Trine Dyrholm. In dem dänisch-niederländischen Wettbewerbsbeitrag Collectivate, The Commune von Tomasz
In the Danish film of the competition Collectivate, The Commune by Tomasz Winterberg.
never tried this.
To sit?
No, yeah, to sit here, but not with a bear.
Trine, you as a great old collaborator with the festival and with Thomas Winterberg, this must be double pleasure for you.
It's even more than double. It's like the Berlinale, which I love so much. I've been here 7 times. I'm a huge fan of the festival. And then Meryl Streep is there giving me the bear. It was very touching, a big moment for me, meeting her on stage, getting this for a film that I'm so proud of. Yeah.
Question in the back, please.
Christian Aus, Classic Radio. First of all, congratulations and mange tak for your wonderful performance.
Selv tak.
And you didn't answer my question, but it must be surreal enough, I imagine, to be in the audience, to receive the award, but to get it from Meryl Streep. Did she say anything? Did you talk on stage? What was that like?
I'm gonna meet her later, and I'm so excited. Actually, she was like like this, and I was like, no, I'm the one that has to be like this. So it was just a very special moment, and it will forever be in my heart. Yeah.
Yes. Yes. And there, please. Yes, you first.
Yeah.
Here.
First of all, congratulations.
Hi. Congratulations.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Being an actress for Wittenberg, it's really big because he's a great director and he has a real passion for cinema, and you see when he speaks. And today you got the prize from Meryl Streep, out of Africa, Karen Blixen, Denmark. Do you think about this?
I didn't think that much when I was up there, I have to say. But I'm so proud of Thomas Winterberg as well. I mean, he got the award in Cannes for Best Actor, and now he got the award here in Berlinale for Best Actress. So he is a wonderful director. I can't say it enough. He's so talented. I'm so happy that I worked with him.
Your question, please.
This film, this wonderful film that you work in, is somehow a celebration of love in a selection that's were full of films about despair, fear. I would like you to tell a few words about the message of hope in commune.
The
message of hope
and love in this film.
Well, I think it's a film where, even though my character has the root, it's the basic concept of sharing still shines through as a message. And I have a big hope for my character in the end. I think she will move to Paris. I think she will have a lot of lovers. I think she will have a nice, funny career. I don't know. I think she had to learn to stand up on her own feet and walk her own way in life, and to dare that. And her daughter had to help her with that because she was just falling apart. So I think there is a lot of hope in the end. And Eric, he has problems to get rid of the patriarchal role in a way. It is as if the walls are infected by the influence of his father, but in the end he's kind of also, maybe he can stay in a commune, he can, be there as a human being with them together. And the daughter is, a grown-up now, and I think it has a lot of hope, the film. Yeah.
Okay. Final question here on the right, please.
Hello, my name is Anne-Christine. I'm from Canada. You were my choice for Best Actress.
Thank you.
And many of us too.
Did you tell Meryl Streep that? Because maybe that's why.
You were my best choice, my first choice.
Yeah, I know.
No, really.
Yeah.
But your character is probably the most generous character I have ever seen. Because there's no way, no more generosity than giving away your husband, I think. But at the same time, we see it now as very naive.
I don't think it's naive. I just like characters when they fail, and she kind of fails in her own project. I think it's interesting when you see people that tries something and is not good at it. And she is, for me, a character that her inner emotional life takes over. And it's pretty embarrassing, actually, that she loses her dignity and she cannot stand up for herself. And of course, that's embarrassing in front of her daughter. So I think if you can also, well, she's generous, but you can also call it egoism in a way, that you kind of can't get out of your own emotions. So, I mean, I think actually it has a lot of nuances. Yeah.
Yeah, we were really proud and happy to follow you, watching you being Anna in this movie. Thanks for being here, and congratulations to the Silver Bear for the best actress, Trine Dyrholm. Silberner Bär für die beste Regie, Silver Bear for Best Director geht an Mia Hansen-Løve für L'Avenir. Answer whatever you like. I ask English. Okay. Okay.
Oh, French.
English, French.
Don't give me the choice.
Can we do? Oh, yes. Hey. Okay. Mia, congratulations for your Silver Bear.
Thank you.
Can you tell us what was your emotions when you're sitting in this place? Did you thought about it? Please tell us a bit. Let us join you.
It's hard to say, really. It's a mixture of so many different feelings. On the one hand, I was terrified, very intimidated. I just wanted to be over. And on the other hand, I was extremely happy and moved and didn't want to fall into tears. But at the end, I was just very happy.
Yeah. And being here on the festival with this film, doing a lot of interviews, meeting a lot of press, people, audience, can you summarize a bit the week you have in Berlin?
Well, it was all very new for me, and somehow it felt as if I was making my first film again. It's my fifth film, but I had never been to that experience before. Somehow it felt very different and very new. So it has been very intense the whole week, obviously.
Mm-hmm. There's a question in the back. Please wait a moment for the microphone.
Bonsoir, Mariam Baldé pour Daily Movies. Comment est-ce que vous avez dirigé vos acteurs finalement pour atteindre un tel niveau
direct the film with the actors? Seeing the casting, I suppose the work was easy, but still. Can I answer in French?
Merci pour le compliment.
Thank you very much for the compliment. It's difficult to answer that question because it's something that you can't just define in a few words. It is a work, it's time, it's cost that are involved, and experience, of course. But I really had trust in them. I've always had the feeling, yes, I believe in the actors, I really trust them. And I think this was mutual trust. This is really very important, has been very important for directing the film, and then it's also important to listen to one another, to really see how they speak their text, to listen to that very closely when I write it. I try to put truth or kind of music into the words, into the rhythm, and when I shoot the film I try to make sure that the emotions are expressed through kind of an internal music.
Your question, please?
Your beautiful film is a reflection, sweet reflections about the future. I would like you to tell us a few words about what you think about the future of French cinema.
The future of French cinema?
French cinema, yeah.
Oh, it's a tough one. Je suis incapable de vous dire.
I can't really tell you because, well,
je sais même pas.
I don't even know. I don't even know about anything about my own future, really, as a filmmaker. So to predict the future of other filmmakers and the French cinema is very difficult because it's a very varied cinema, very complex, very diverse. So it's very difficult to say that. But I've got the impression that this is a cinema which is very, very
Final
vibrant.
question, please. Yes, you've got the microphone.
Good evening, congratulations. When I talked to Isabelle Huppert, I asked her about you, and she said she has the charm of a woman and the fist of a man, that you were strong sometimes when you wanted one scene of the film. Can you tell us more about it?
Pardon, c'est le son. En fait, j'ai pas bien.
Sorry, I didn't really get the question.
Can I have the translation of that because the sound?
Could I have the interpretation again? Could you say that for me because the sound is a bit difficult? Could you repeat the question, please?
Oui, vous pouvez redire, merci.
Could you repeat the question, please?
Je sais pas si j'ai la poigne d'un homme.
I don't know if I've got the fist of a man, but in any case, I think that I'm less fragile than I seem to be.
Sur un plateau,
if I'm on the set,
par exemple, quand je suis sur scène,
let me give you an example. If I'm on a stage and I receive an award, I feel rather timid and not at ease. However, if I'm on the set, cinema set, then I feel like a fish in the water. I feel really at ease. Unlike when being in public, I lose all shyness when I'm on the set. And I tell a story. It is really necessary to have this intimacy on the set.
Congratulations
for
the Silver Bear. Great to have you here.
Thank
and good
you.
luck with the next movies and for the future of the French film. Thanks, Mia, being here presenting L'Avenir.
Silver Bear, der Adolf Bauer Preis for a feature film that opens new perspectives. Silberner Bär, der Alfred Bauer Preis für einen Spielfilm, der neue Perspektiven eröffnet, geht an Helesa Hiwagang Hapis von Love Diaz.
A Lullaby to the Sorrowful Mystery by Love Diaz.
And please welcome with Love Diaz, Paul Soriano, the producer, Bernardo und, wer ist er? Piolo Pascual. Maybe Love, I start with you. Congratulations to all of you, but at first, not only you won a prize for a film that opens new perspectives, you also brought new perspectives to the competition of the 66th International Film Festival. Can you tell us a bit about your experiences with this movie here in Berlin?
Well, it was a surprise for us that Berlin took the risk. You know, it's 8 hours. It's the first time in the history of Berlin to do this. But I was talking to the programmers a while ago, and they said it's not a risk. It's a responsibility for them.
Would you like to add, all of you?
Yeah.
Yes, well, we're very thankful to the Berlinale for accepting the film for what it was. It was, whatever you saw on that screen was Lav's vision, Lav's story, and I'm just happy to be here to support him and happy for this recognition. So thank you, Berlin.
Paul is the producer of the film.
Yes.
And Bernardo is one of the leading actors, and John Lloyd is one of the leading actors.
May I say something? I would like to thank the Berlinale for embracing our film, which is actually our efforts to spark a revolution in consciousness. We have had more than 300 years of colonization, and we're in the process of finding or redefining our identity as a people. And also we're trying to encourage or to spark the inspiration for the kids, the younger generation, to help search for our soul as a nation. Because we come in a country where there's a whole lot of, it's not only happening in the Philippines, it's happening all worldwide. There's corruption, there's corporate greed, there's political dynasties, corrupt governments, and there's something more important than just capitalism, and that's humanity. And that's the line, I think for me, that's what the film is trying to share.
John,
yeah. I just want to thank you to Berlinale, and it's actually good to be for the voice of the Philippine cinema to be heard in such a stage like the Berlinale. So, thank you.
Thank you.
A question on the right, please.
Hello, my name is Anne-Christine. I'm from Canada. Well, thank you for offering us this experience as journalists and public. I brought a picnic for the pause, yeah. But I'm wondering, now that you've won a Silver Bear, what do you hope that your chances are for the film to be seen and experienced, because it's really an experience in your country and abroad, the whole length of it. Do you have contracts, or is there distribution? Do you hope to have a distribution in Asia and abroad? I hope so, because it's really an experience of suspended time.
We have a distributor now in Europe, the Film Boutique, and in the Philippines we have the biggest studio in the country now, because they're from that studio, the big actors in the land, Star Cinema. But yeah, Berlin pushed our cinema more. But beyond that, it's cinema is still very young. So there's the horizon for cinema is very vast. So we're still pushing cinema somewhere. The culture of cinema aesthetics is growing, and it's there's a lot to explore on. So part of doing cinema now is about that. Understanding humanity, pushing humanity to perfection, helping humanity to perfection. So we're on that. The struggle to to help humanity. Yeah.
Okay. Your question, please.
Good evening and congratulations. I saw you more times than my son in these days. We always meeting, and the fact is, this film is also for Filipinos that live abroad.
Yes, of course.
That they maybe lost the sense of what was their country because they've been living for 20 years in Italy. I know like 50,000 Filipino families living there from 2020. And when I called them up to say, listen, I saw history about, and they say they know that you were doing this. Can you tell how many years did you work on it?
Well, it's 17 years. This film is 17 years in the making. The first script was done in 1998 when we were supposed to shoot this in 1999. But the first producer, which is the Philippine government, suddenly canceled the project. And so through the years, we kept looking for funding. And then in 2007, the Hubert Bauhaus Fund came in with a little amount for development. And then 4 years ago, Bianca Balbuena came on board. We tried the World Cinema Fund in Berlin, and they rejected us. It's okay, no problem with that. We're here now, and we got the beer. Thank you. And a year ago, more than a year ago, Paul Soriano, a very young filmmaker from the Philippines, came on board, and he just said, "How much do you want?" And then we just started shooting. And then one of the biggest actors of the land, John Lloyd, came on board. So it's a big push. A great veteran actor from the land came on board, and it's a great push. So it's cinema, it's magical. Now we're here. You saw the film, and we're here. Thank you so much for that.
Yeah, if I may add, a lot of people actually keep asking me, how come you produce or finance such a film as Love, 8 hours? Is there a return of investment? Everyone's asking that. But as a young filmmaker, I'm thankful to have been able to save up some money to be able to produce this film. For me, the main reason, besides such a beautiful story or beautiful script, was I really just wanted to learn from the great Love Diaz. I'm a young filmmaker, and I was always taught to never stop learning. And what a great opportunity for me to just be able to tag along a great mind like Love. And to be honest, Love, thank you for the opportunity. It's now bigger than the country. It's for the world. We have a bear, and this is probably a great maybe was it a 1 year, 2 year masters in film taught by my teacher, Love Diaz. So thank you, Love. I'll kiss him later.
One last question, please.
Besides being a victory for you and a victory for the Philippines, this prize is also a victory to Asian cinema. I would like to hear you say a few words about the cinema in Asia nowadays. What do you like? Who are the masters that somehow influence you in your continent, please?
What's the question again?
About Asian cinema. Who are the other great directors from Asia that you see as reference to your work?
I'm a cinema addict. I watch everything. Yeah, so you know, if you're into real cinema, because I grew up watching a lot of cinema. I grew up in the middle of the forest in the southern part of the country, and my father is my real teacher in cinema. He loved cinema. He passed away. Every weekend, he's a public school teacher. They're teaching indigenous tribes in the part of the country. Every weekend, we'll be watching 8 films a week. These are all in black and white. It's a mix of Hollywood, Hong Kong, you know, Italian spaghetti westerns, Filipino comedies, and action films. All this gamut, you know, it's all in my head. So these are influences in my cinema. And if you saw Heli sa Hiwagang Hapis, a lullaby to Zorro mystery, it's an homage to that cinema that I saw when I was a kid, that alternative cinema, that alternative universe that I lived on, that I worked on when I was a kid. You know, the chiaroscuro of this artificial lighting of the old cinema, German expressionist movement, you know, all those things. You know, film noir, the high contrast and the darkness of these films, black and white, all the grays. This influenced me. And through the years, when I was growing up, you know, things contextualized. I saw Lino Broca's cinema, one of our greatest filmmakers. I saw Ismael Bernard's cinema, one of our greatest filmmakers. And I saw, you know, Tarkovsky, and I saw, you know, all the greats. You know, it's all these things. You put them together. These things influence me. It's cinema. Thank you so much. Yeah.
And thank you all for presenting this film here at the Berlinale, being in competition with this really impressive work. And please do us a favor, don't let us wait so long for the next one.
Thank you, thank you. Thank you, thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, the silver bear of the great jury, the prize of the grand jury, the silver bear der großen Jury, geht an Danis Tanović.
Goes to
Mord
Danis Tanović.
Sarajevo.
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 Death in Sarajevo.
Questions? Thank you.
Dan, it's not that quick, please. But first time, congratulations. And it's not your first time in competition, but this time you make it a real here for the Silver Bear. Please tell us about this week you have in Berlin and your impression with this movie, the experience you had this year in Berlin.
Well, I know you've heard this, but really thank you, Berlinale, because it's been really a great ride. It was wonderful to have the premiere. It was actually one of my best premieres ever. Not best, but dearest. I had almost all crew here. We brought almost everybody, and almost all the actors were here. And you know, it was really, really nice experience. And you know, now we're here with Little Bear, so it's Meryl Streep loved it. So it's as good as it gets.
There's a question here, please, on the left.
Sadia Kavgic, Fourati, Sarajevo. Please forgive me, I wrote my question down to be faster. So, first, congratulations.
Thank you.
And thank you and your great team for showing to the world problems which one small multicultural country with the evil of nationalism even 20 years after the worst war Europe has experienced after the Second World War still has. 2013, you already got a Silver Bear for the movie An Episode in a Life on an Iron Picker. Since then, the situation for most of the gypsy people became even worse, especially in countries of Eastern Europe and Balkan. The racism toward Roma people is unfortunately even growing. With your new movie about an attentat in Sarajevo, which 1914 started the First World War, you present another acute problem in Europe that seems never to end. Are you optimistic about the future of multicultural Bosnia and Herzegovina? Can those nationalist movements, which are only spreading hate and causing so much unhappiness, be defeated? Thank you.
Yeah. I don't know if you remember No Man's Land. In No Man's Land, in the beginning of the film, a guy say, a pessimist says it can't get worse. And an optimist says, oh yes it can. So I'm an optimist.
Okay. Next question, please.
First of all, congratulations for this beautiful film. And the actors, they were really great.
They were.
It was an ensemble of good acting and good mood also. Even the bad guys were in good mood to make a good film. The question is, you've been here, you won a Silver Bear, you won an Oscar. Can you tell us what it is for you to win this? Because this is a very important prize.
Yeah.
How did you feel? Because this is like a lifetime
achievement? Oh, thank you. I thought I have some more films in front of me. No, you know what? When I won an Oscar, it was with my first film. You know, that film won so many awards that it was embarrassing at the end. You know, and when the second film happened, and you know, nothing, I thought like, what happened? You know, I thought it's gonna go on till the end of my life. I'm gonna be receiving Oscars for every movie I make. So. Put a joke aside, I'm really happy because it's a kind of confirmation that, you know, that what I'm doing matters and that it's important. And you always say, you know, prize and awards are not important because that's not why we make movies. But you know, in cases of little cinematographies like Bosnia and Herzegovina, where you know, when it's really hard to make movies, it's, you know, I think this year we're going to have 2 movies if. It is important, and it's important because it gives light, it puts light on your movie. You know, I don't make Batman kills Spider-Man 16 kind of film, which are basically the only kind of movies that work these days in cinemas. So, you know, winning an award like this actually helps you with, you know, with the distribution, and that's what every filmmaker wants. You want your movies to be seen, you want your movies to travel, and so yes, for me, this is really important.
Maybe all of you on stage.
But maybe, Danis, you could say something because it was your coming back home for the first time. It's strange that you did the first film in Sarajevo. Maybe.
Should I talk about what? About
no, I said that what is special about this bear, and you know.
That too, yes. It's my first. It's my. Although this is French production, you know, it's a majority of French production. It's the first movie I've shot in Sarajevo. And that's really amazing city, and you know, I just hope that the next one I'm gonna show to you is gonna be shot outside, not only in one building, but this time I'll be able to, you know, to make a movie there, because it's really an amazing city, and for any filmmaker, and you know, especially for me, because I live there, it's my home, and I really would like to show you that part of the world.
Je voulais
pour ajouter quelque chose à ce qu'a dit Danis, dire que c'est effectivement une production française et bosniaque, et que c'est vraiment un film qui, d'un point de vue artistique, est un mélange de deux pays, et c'est profondément un film de Danis,
It's really a film by Danis, of course, a film that takes place in Sarajevo. There you can see Bosnian culture, but it is also a French production.
Merci.
Thank you.
Non, mais merci à Danis.
Thank you to Danis for this great film.
It is also strange, you don't notice that in our film, but the film doesn't have one language. It's Bosnian, English, and French. So the majority is Bosnian and French, but you have a bit of English. So it is kind of this whole European pot is also, in a way, in our film.
Okay. Final question, please.
Here, Mr. Tanović. Your filmography is really impressive, not only for political issues, but also for the acting of your films. I want to understand a little bit more about your method of directing actors. Could you tell us a few words concerning this film, the way you direct actors?
About the method? There is no method, actually. I don't have any particular method. I think every actor is a specific universe, and approaching every actor is each time is different. It's like a love story, you know. And I don't believe in repeating the same phrases to the same people. And it really is important to understand. You know, sometimes I have to be really tough with some actors because it's the way they are, you know. And with some actors, being tough doesn't work at all. It's gonna, you know, they're gonna react in a violent way, or they're gonna just close up and not give you what you need. So even though you prepare yourself, and I try to work with the actors, each time it's a different story. And you can have even two actors in the shot, and you have to deal with them in a different way. It's not like I'm dealing with this shot. It's dealing with each one of them separately. And how do you do it? I don't know. I think with experience, with years of working, with respect and love. This is why for me it's really important to work with people that I care about and that I love. I can't work with people that I don't like. It's impossible for me. And even if they play bad guys, you know, I have to love my actors in order to work with them. Otherwise, for me, it's impossible. I've worked few times with actors I didn't choose. That, you know, they were brought to me because of whatever co-production or, you know, when I was young, and it was a terrible experience for me. Not because they were bad actors, but just because I couldn't relate to them, and we couldn't get to where we would have if we chose each other. So it's really when I'm meeting actors, it's a kind of love story each time that is starting. We sit down, we talk, and very quickly you realize, you know, who you have in front of you and how it's going to be to work with.
So Danis, be sure the festival likes you and all your film and all the people here on stage. So great to have you here. Congratulations, and see you soon. And now, ladies and gentlemen, the Golden Bear for the best film, der Goldene Bär für den besten Film, Fuoco Camare von Gianfranco Rosi. And please have a welcome for the director. And also have a welcome for the producer, Donatella Palermo, Piero Bartolo. And please, Giuseppe Del Volgo.
Good evening.
Hello and congratulations to you all.
Thank you.
And, oh, there's a first question. We start with a question. Wow.
Christian Aus, Classic Radio. Tanti auguri per il premio. Sono qui.
Congratulations for the award. I'm over there. I'm over there.
Tanti auguri e anche mille grazie per
thank
questo
you very much
film
for this
magnifico
film,
e
which is a
anche
beautiful
importante.
film and also a very important
Cosa significa
film.
questo premio per lei?
What does the award mean to you?
Un'enorme responsabilità
Well,
questo
it's a
premio.
huge
Quando
responsibility,
io ho
this
iniziato
award.
il film a
When I
Lampedusa
started shooting the film in Lampedusa 1.5 years ago,
il dibattito sull'immigrazione
we
era
had debates
molto
on immigration
così concentrato sull'Italia.
in Italy. And above all in Italy. And Lampedusa is like the door of Europe. It has been for 20 years that migrants have been welcomed there who arrive. And Europe realized that there are many, many peoples moving towards Europe. And we had a public debate. And here in Berlin, there were political discussions as well. Maybe I'm wrong, but I continue saying that it is not a political film. There is a political statement. Generally speaking, yes, it is a political film, though, because it's a very important issue, and I hope, I say this modestly, I hope that this film will make people aware, that it will create awareness.
Posso? Buonasera.
Good evening. I would like to thank you.
Il suo film dà un bellissimo messaggio. Se noi smettiamo di essere indifferenti, gli altri smetteranno di essere invisibili. Allora, se non si parla di politica, si parla di umanità. Però la domanda è un po' più leggera. Se porterà questo bellissimo orfacchiotto ai lampedusiani, a Lampedusa come simbolo?
You did this in Lampedusa.
No, ma sa, se lo porterà proprio lì.
Vabbè, certo,
yes.
Assolutamente. Io ho ancora casa a Lampedusa, non riesco a staccarmi.
I do have a house in Lampedusa that I rented 1.5 years ago, and I think this will remain my, well, kind of my nest, as it were.
E comunque sarà importante anche fare una proiezione presto a Lampedusa del film. Il problema è che a Lampedusa non ci sono sale cinematografiche, c'è una piccolissima sala che era il cinema
there's a small cinema only in Lampedusa,
ed è difficile pensare di fare una proiezione del film con tante persone,
with
quindi
many people in the audience, so we need to wait for good time, because good weather, sorry, because like this maybe an open air screening will be possible. Maybe in May we will have this in Lampedusa then. Let's hope so in any case. People in Lampedusa are waiting for this. Good evening. I'm over there. Where are you? I'm over there.
Ecco qui.
Oh, I see. Yes. Good evening. Congratulations. You all speak Italian. That's amazing. Fantastic. Well, there are many directors in Italy doing documentaries. After Rossellini, who pushed the idea of documentaries, brought it forward, you were in Venezia and now in Berlin. What do you think about documentaries? Well, I think there are fantastic filmmakers making documentaries. And I say this quite modestly, that there are important Italian filmmakers in Italy. And, well, I try to cut the barrier between feature films and documentary films. And it is important to find the truth in things also through the strength of cinematographic images, through cinematographic language. And I've done this in many documentaries, and it has been done to break these barriers. It is important to do this in Sacro Gra was a film that was in the competition in Venice. I did it then, and now in Berlin. Of course, the award is very important for me. It has always been a challenge since when I started doing cinema. I don't really think at the beginning whether it should be a feature film or a documentary. What I do is I try to find truth in the characters, in the place, in the locations, and this is what I'm shooting in the film, and this is the approach I've got. hard to find the difference between what is false and what is truth, and this is important in cinema, I think.
Buonasera.
Good evening.
Congratulazioni.
Congratulations.
Non riesco a
I can't see you. I'm over here. Yes.
Ci siamo già incontrati, no?
Sì,
we've met already, haven't we?
Devo parlare in inglese perché tanti non hanno
maybe I should speak English because a lot of people don't have
this film,
the
I was sure you're going to win. Not because it speaks about refugees. It shows the tragedy. But also, at the same time, it shows how the world is absent in this tragedy. And you show it with families doing their own life while the tragedy was just behind the door. But my question is, how much does it count that you are born in Asmara, my country, where I was born? You were born in Africa. So you saw a lot of Eritreans there from their eyes. You can distinguish Eritreans, Somalians. A lot of people cannot do. So how much did it help you in this film to understand the tragedy of these people? Professore, vorrei che lei ci racconta un po' come si sente stasera.
Maybe you could tell us how you feel tonight, because this is also an award for you.
From Bartolo, what is that you want to know from Bartolo? How he feels tonight? Ok, come ti senti stasera? Allora io rispondo. My life has been, always a nomadic life. I was born in Eritrea, I lived in Istanbul, I went to Italy, then I did my university in New York, lived there, I'm still resident in New York. For me, the world is a place where I move around. I always said I have a nomadic existence. Of course, you probably recognize that on the boat, that when there's the first encounter on my boat with the tragedy, there were people coming from Somalia and Eritrea, and for me that was like an enormous impact. And I always say that for me that moment was like a breaking point into the film. Once I arrived there to film that, and I had to find the courage inside to film that moment, because death was coming towards me and I couldn't avoid. It was not a choice. That's something that the documentaries find behind his own choices, and I find the strength of a duty to show that, and more also, and I recognize faces that they were part of my childhood in that moment, and I had the opportunity also to be close to that, because of course when you film it's just fragments, but then the time that I spent and things. And it was a totally breaking point for me in the film, because after that scene I was not able anymore to film, and I thought the duty of delivering these images into the world. And of course we start with a festival, and then we see where this I hope so for me to create an awareness was very, very important. The moment I faced that boat in the middle of the sea with desperate people, we cannot turn our face into the other side and see, because we are all responsible about this that happened. That boat we encountered was 20 miles from Libya. And we know that in Libya there are like 500, 600, 800,000 people waiting to leave. And the fact that we were not able to create a humanitarian bridge of something in order to bring these people out of that, it makes us all participants of this horrible tragedy and slaughter, because we cannot say we didn't know that this was happening. It's in front of our eyes every day. We have images about that. To have people dying inside the boat, compressed, because the lack of air and gases, the fuel from the boat, I think was, it's a crime, and we cannot accept this.
Question on the right side, please.
Yes, and the doctor was asking, how do you come ti senti oggi?
How do you feel today?
Sì.
Yes.
Ma io devo dire, questo mi ha chiesto come mi sento.
You asked me how I feel today.
Voglio dirvi che
well,
proprio
I would like
questo
to say, in this very moment,
alle
at what's the time? 11.
C'è uno sbarco di 250 persone a Lampedusa.
There are many people arriving in Lampedusa, children as well. I received a phone call a little while ago, and they are struggling. And I'm here, but I'm thinking about these people in Lampedusa.
Sono contento, sono felice.
I'm happy, of course, to be here tonight. Of course, this is not my world. I'm not an actor. I'm a doctor, and have always taken care of people from Lampedusa and of migrants. And these people, as we all know, arrive in Lampedusa. They flee from many sufferings, torture, war, and many problems and difficulties. I would like to really thank Berlin. I thank the jury. I also thank, above all, I thank the maestro Gianfranco Rosi, because he gave me a beautiful gift, a present. I feel really very happy because he gave me the opportunity to show this to the world through his documentary, to show what life is like in Lampedusa, but not only, to show what the situation is like in the rest of Europe. And we are talking about the phenomenon of migration. So it is my hope that, and I said that today, we received the bear here. I really hope that we will stop the lethargy of some people who are still sleeping, who do not want to wake up. So through these testimonies, we hope that we will be able to make people wake up and make sure that this tragedy will end as soon as possible. I don't know why we have the duty to receive these people. Well, something that it must be stopped. It is important that they can live in their country. Nobody wants to flee from their country. We should make sure that there are good conditions for all of them. It is important for them, for us, and also for those who don't want them. So thank you.
Jetzt die Frage auf der rechten Seite.
Now a question over there.
Hello, congratulations. My name is Anne-Christine. I'm from Canada. Français, English?
English.
Okay. Dottore, you should receive the Nobel Prize for kindness, really. I talked today to someone who has family in Lampedusa, and but you're extremely kind and compassionate, and we see in the film people who are, you know, going on their lives as usual, but aren't some people in Lampedusa also very, very tired? Some people who are helping refugees here in Germany also they're exhausted also, and as much as they want to absorb the flow of refugees, they're at the end of some villages say, we cannot take more, we don't know how to deal with all that. Is that the case also in Lampedusa?
Non credo proprio.
I do not think so.
Come detto prima, il
As
fenomeno
I've
dell'immigrazione
said, there is migration in Lampedusa and has been for 25 years when the first boats arrived. I remember that there were 3. And since then we have always been committed towards welcoming these people and helping these people, because I always say it is important for human beings. They've got the duty to help all those asking for help. And the people in Lampedusa, well, I always say the same things, because the people in Lampedusa, this is where I come from, these are the people I'm with, and I'm always surprised about them, because they're never exhausted or tired. They will always help.
Io ho fatto una diagnosi.
Bartolo è uno che lavora.
Bartolo, I've seen him to work 6 or 7 days, 20 hours a day without ever sleeping. But all the people from Lampedusa do that. There was the Arab Spring, and then within 1 week only so many people arrived. And of course back then we didn't have the structures to welcome all of them. We are only 50,000, and they were more than the people in Lampedusa. So more than the people from Lampedusa were arriving, and people were competing almost to bring them food, to help them, to give them shelter. Yes, this was in 2011 when there was the famous Arab Spring. Tunisians arrived and then others gradually followed suit. And people were even competing to show solidarity, to give them food. And back then it was really cold and really the conditions were difficult. And the people from Lampedusa really did absolutely everything so as to help them have a life in dignity. They also provided them shelter in their own houses. They also helped with their boats. So many people were there to help. There was a baker, for instance, who after 7 o'clock he only baked bread for these people, free of charge, of course. And a lot of people in Lampedusa asked me, well, how is it possible that people are not getting tired? Well, I've thought about it many times, and I think the people of Lampedusa are fishermen. They are people from the sea, really, and everything that comes from the sea is welcomed and is received well. And we are a people. We went to Tunisia. These are brothers, and they accepted us and welcomed us there. And now we simply have to give something back and welcome all of them who come from the other side of the Mediterranean Sea. I can only say that we all together, the Maestro Rosi, with this documentary film, and me, with what I do, you, the journalists, with your important job that you've got, with your important articles, Berlin, with a festival, we can raise so many voices, but these voices can be put together, and then we can develop strength together, and we can be united. We can unite people and cultures, and this must reflect life, and it is life. It must be full life, and it must not be a cemetery. Thank you.
Noch zwei Fragen, bitte.
Two more questions, one over there, please. Congratulations.
Does Samuel know about the victory? I would like to hear about Samuel a little more. Somehow, he became a kind of a hero in the Berlinale, a social hero. I would like to learn a little bit more about this acting relation you created with him toward the process of the film.
Well, you see that Samuele was not here tonight, and I thought I had to protect him a little bit. It would have been overwhelming for him to be here. I mean, we knew at the last moment he was going back to Lampedusa, but I felt that the immersion of things that he had here was a bit too much for a kid that, you know, is. The first time Samuele saw a film in a theater was here in Lampedusa. He never went really into a real cinema before, so that was his first experience by seeing himself on the big screen. So I had to protect him always more here, because when we start working with Samuele, it was always a game for us. I mean, within a year I worked with Samuele, with Peppino. How many times we work with Samuele? Quante volte abbiamo lavorato con Samuele? 20 giorni, 30 giorni?
Sì, un mesetto circa.
Maybe a month. Within a year, you know. So it was not like every day do something. It was like 2 hours, 3 hours, half a day, 1 day. It was very random. It was almost like a game, you know. It was never like, oh, today we filmed this or we filmed that. It was like I had to be immersed in his own life, and I could never deviate him for his life. So I was filming when he was free, when the mood was right between us. So it was something that we built slowly, and never really be aware that all this was becoming a main structure for the film. You know, we realized that only at the end that he was going to be the main character in the character. I hate to use the word character, the main person in the film. So it was always very light and very playful to work with him. So I had now to protect. I don't want him to feel like he's an actor or he's like, you know, part of, because he has his daily life. And of course I called him tonight. He knew we were coming here. He said, also the second, third award is okay for me. So he was happy when I told him, he said, well, even if we get the second or third award, it's okay for me. So he has always his beautiful. But yesterday he told me something very beautiful when we were in Rome after Berlin. He came to me, there was a premiere in Rome in the theater, and he was there thanking the audience. We just were there for a brief saluto. He said, welcome to the audience. And he came to me and he said in my ears, he said, Gianfranco, I have to thank you so much, you know, because it all started from a shot that I showed to you with my Hansa, and from there you brought me to Berlin. From that moment, that gesture, when I told you that you need passion to do that, you brought me to Berlin, and I wanted to thank you for that. So that was very, very moving. But again, so this is to simplify a bit the way I work, but this was the same with Dr. Bartolo. We knew each other so strong, and every day we talked, we see each other, but we worked together maybe 4 or 5 hours throughout a year time, you know, and they were always the right moment, you know. I knew that, boom, this was the moment to be with him because it was true, it was real. And in the film, there's only 3 moments, but I follow him always, you know, constantly. And this was the right moment, and I feel like in the film there are 3 moments. The last moment with Pietro, we shot after the film was already selected in Berlin, because he was the one that convinced me to go to Lampedusa and make a movie. He gave me this USB pen at the beginning, and he told me, once you watch this, you will come here and make a movie. And after a year when I was there, when I felt that the film was closing down and was finishing my part of work in Lampedusa, I gave him back this little USB pen, and I said, now this is your moment to give me back the truth that you gave me at the beginning of the film, to close the cycle, and then we can see that this film is finished. We can say that this film is finished. And that scene was shot on the 13th of January. The film was already selected here. I knew that something was missing in the film, and we have to close the circle. But this is just to tell you how we worked, you know. It was never planned anything in the film. Everything was like built through moment and through real moment that happened in front of us constantly, and with a lot of love. I think someone today told me, your film is a film of love. It's like it shows love, and that's what it is, because from the first encounter I have with Peppino, he became my, you know, we were only the 2 of us together. This film was made just by 2 people shooting and filming. Nobody was realizing we were filming in Lampedusa. In the summer there was a big crew that came to shoot a film there, and then people would say, oh, finally you start filming. But we were filming every day, but we were very invisible, you know, like nobody really knew we were making a film in the island. And the generosity of Peppino brought me into the house of people. He introduced me, and the important thing was like to create a trust, you know, because I say with no trust in documentary you cannot do anything. It takes this very strong trust, and very strong. I always have to fall in love with someone that I'm filming.
Please send our love, our hope, and all the power through that bear to the world, to Lampedusa. Mille grazie a tutti for being here.
So
and congratulations to the Golden Bear. Thanks for
hold on a second. Hold on.
Voglio dire una cosa brava. Voglio dire, in questo film è successa una cosa abbastanza rara e magica.
Something magic happened. We all were close to Gianfranco. We were working together with him. And all those who gave the funding, the film, above all, Attia and the others. We, all of us, Jacob, the editor, Fabrizio, Dario, Tina, all these who have been involved in the film, Indiana, etc., we had the feeling that this is something good and something useful, although it is difficult. And this is why we're all very, very happy to be here.
Donatella was the producer of the Taviani film that won the Golden Bear 5 years ago. Cesare deve morire. Non può meno Cesare? Cesare deve morire. So she brings good luck in Berlin.
Your applause, please, for the winner of the Golden Bear. So that's it. See you in 2000. 17. Bye-bye.